What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Morten Harket, and we're going back to his 2014 English language album, Brother. Once again, big shout out to Dawn for sending the Morten Harket albums, as well as all those following the deep dive. And the next tune is Heaven Cast. Heaven's pretty straightforward, whether we're talking more overtly religiously, which wouldn't be a surprise with Morten, or just more conceptually about a utopian place or space, perhaps perfectly moral, certainly positive and enjoyable and sustaining. Whereas cast, there are different understandings of the word cast, whether you're talking a verb or a noun. You can cast something as in, propelling it in a certain way with a certain trajectory. You can talk about casting something or someone in a particular role, whether or not you're talking acting, but together, I'm not quite sure what to make of the word or the phrase, the two words together. So let's see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Heaven Cast by Morten Harket from his 2014 album, Brother.
They are always gonna last. The moments of the past. I keep things in the now, but you're still here somehow. If I could have you here, have you near, I'd keep things in the now. It was you that showed me how. I'm thankful for the still of night, thankful for the morning light, thankful you were here, thankful I was there, and thankful there is you and I. You and I, we are heaven cast.
Okay. It's written in the stars then?
We are heaven cast.
I've not heard that phrase, but now it
There are
seems
doors that can't be closed.
intuitive.
Life has taught me so.
Man, does life teach.
Still moments to be found. That's what time evolves around. Did we know it hand in hand? How moments can expand. I'll keep things in the now, but you're still here somehow. I'm thankful for the still of night, thankful for the morning light, thankful you were here, thankful I was there, I'm thankful there is you and I. I'm thankful for the still
bass at the end. A masterful tune. I really enjoyed that. This album, not only from the musical quality that I've heard so far in the first, like third of it maybe, but judging by the reactions, these last few Morten reactions have gotten more views and interest than a number of the earlier albums. Now, maybe that's just, as my channel grows, more people take notice of deep dives that have already been going, so they weren't there for the original run through earlier albums. But it does seem like this album is particularly well received. And indeed, a couple folks who haven't really spent too much time commenting on the Morten deep dive have shown up for a couple of the songs already. So, yeah, bottom line, I'm understanding why, like sonically, in terms of the quality, the chorus here like really had a great sound to it, a very warm, enveloping sound. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna speak too definitively because there's enough of it that I wasn't entirely sure about that. This is more hypothesis, but I heard a lot of the lines and the idea about like, it sounds like the real connection between these people, and again, maybe this is more conceptual, but reading it more literally, the real connection between these people was mostly in the past, but the other person is still there. And he's, wondering why that's the case, but at the end of the day, and because of the experience of life, he's saying, well, I'm happy that it happened. I'm happy that, there was a you and I, and I'm happy, that you exist, and, we must have, it must have been written in the stars for us to go through this. And also speaking about, I'm happy for the morning light. I'm happy that I have another day. I'm happy that the earth continues to turn and that I'm still alive and I still have a chance for experience and, maybe whether it's a reconnection with this person or just understanding the wisdom that comes from those type of connections. But I love that idea because, not only in my life have most of the experiences I've had and relationships I've had ended in a way that I remain in contact and on good terms. But even in the cases where I don't talk to these people anymore, I still, when I think of those past memories and those relationships, it's like, well, I'm glad they happened. Maybe I don't talk to that person anymore. Maybe, it seems like a million years ago. But I'm happy that it happened. I'm happy that, it was a real life experience that I learned from and that, was saturated with real emotions. So it felt like there was some of that, being thankful, even if things weren't perfect, even if they, didn't work out in the end. And it did seem like part of it also was a bit like carpe diem, be here in the now, take advantage of, what is, and, don't dwell too long on what was. So yeah, it felt like there was some maybe, if not competing sentiments, at the very least, it was a complicated position. So again, maybe I'm misreading some of that, but it felt like reflective, both more individually or episodically, but then also, the idea that I'm happy to be alive and I'm happy that, I can continue to learn and to experience things. So either way, sonically, a really cool tune. There was a point halfway through I was getting a bit emotional. It was one of those ones where I was thankful there was more of the song and I was able to sort of kind of key in on some of the sonics, which is, if I'm really feeling overwhelmed thematically and I'm, not looking to bawl on camera, sometimes I'll try to focus on the sonics as a way to okay, I gotta balance myself a little bit, even though I embrace the emotion, I feel the emotion, and there's been, I don't know, more than a dozen reactions where I've bbeen moved to tears by music, and Mags in particular, I think he's done it 2 or 3 times, but yeah, in this case, the lush character of the chorus, those strings, there was a couple guitar flourishes that even though they were very much in the mix of the overall sonic, so you had to kind of key in on them. I really enjoyed. So yeah, that saved me a little bit in this one. So big shout out to Morten. Do let me know what you think, and I will see you next time if I can maybe talk correctly. And yes, peace.